fake it to him, going up top. Got a completion to Oliver, who's considered a blocking tight end, but he fumbles the ball and the script continues. They have been a disaster in the first quarter this year, coughing up and turning over the football, and it starts today on the very first play of the game. Recovered by Brian Cook. 2nd and 6 from the Minnesota 29. Well protected, over to Tony, and he does a good job of 2nd and 10 with Edwards-Helaire in the backfield. Roaming and throwing, and
his numbers aren't crazy, like taking off, because they can run the ball, Jim, and that's how they scored. They didn't used to be able to do that.
1st and goal, and it's going to go to Pacheco. Stopped at first. 2nd effort, he's in for the touchdown. Flag is out. Cousins appears to be just fine as he faces 3rd and 3. Hopkins 6. Right back to him on the other.
Best guy, and you're going to guard him one-on-one? No. He's going to need help today, and you'll see the safety always stayed that way.
After 5 straight passes, they hand it to Madison. Ham comes over to help the quarterback on protection. Pass knocked away. That was Snead. Cousins lobs it. Got his man. Got a 1st down. It's Addison before Cook on 1st down. Watch out. Here they come. And Chanel able to get the sack of Cousins, who never had a chance. He turned around and Leo was waiting for him. Send Jefferson in motion. They lob it instead to Madison. Looked like they're going to jump pass to JJ. Instead, they go to the running back, and he's able to pick up the blitz. Cousins fires off the out of the hold of Ryan Wright, and right there sailing through. Vikings first. McKinnon is in. Pass caught. Tony spins. Coming right back in. Blackman in for him. A rookie. See if Mahomes looks for him. As he's got pressure, and he's taken down for just the 3rd time this year. He was the fewest sacked quarterback in the league for the first month.
Only 3rd. They're 3rd best in the league. That should be opposite.
2nd and 17. He's looking for Ross, who just came in. What a catch. And he was talking about... Well, you can see he could be a factor. More reps as Mahomes on 2nd and 9 unloads it to Wright. Names like Shula, Belichick, and Hallis. 3rd and 4, starting the 2nd quarter as McKinnon has the 1st and blocker out in front. Look at McKinnon, the former Viking, down to the 25-yard line.
Look at how many guys are right there. You got to figure out who's coming, who's not.
Boy, they're bringing a lot of them, Tony, and Mahomes able to dance away. And on the go, throws over the head. Get it out. 38 yards, Butker. And Harrison. Butker now 9 for 9 on field. Akers is in the game. They fake it to him. Go right down the middle for a completion. Once again, and will forever. 2nd down and 20. Here's Cousins. Looking for 2nd and 3rd options. Now on the run, he's got Addison. And now lining up next to the quarterback. Down the middle. End zone, and Osborne.
That's what I tell my kids.
29 yards, Joseph. And that kick is good. He had 2 on the season through 4 games.
And he's patient to it, and then he hits it hard.
It's 3rd and 6. McKinnon did a great job picking up a blitzer. That pass hit Watson.
Almost like exactly how you'd want it to do for him. Except for blocking.
Except for blocking. Yeah, we got to build and construct that next. We'll go with Ryan Wright instead.
Oh, fake!
As to the up back. They're going to have the 1st down. It's Chandler we talked about earlier. That one that Kevin O'Connell had told us, watch out for him in future years. And they snapped it. No Chris Jones on that defensive front for this play. 2nd and 10.
It's going to work.
Here's the handoff to Powell. And Powell, first 2 times resulted in field goals. Cousins, 2nd option. There it is. Addison sprinting to the 5.
Well, you got a shot to Jefferson, one-on-one up top if you want it.
He's looking for him. In zone, and it's caught by Addison. Jordan Addison, the rookie from Southern Cal.
Like Kwesi, but watch, you're going to see him come all the way across the field, and that's speed. You got to have a guy who has that type of the juice to get all the way across the field. Once again, for them opening that up, and you get to see the life, of these quarterbacks and how big of a grind it is.
As Kelsey, as McKinnon picks up the first down, I'm heartened. It looked extremely awkward as Mahomes goes down the field. That's Watson. Did he get the feet down? I think they're going to say yes. Catch. Oh, it was a left foot up off the ground. That's close.
Well, this is the guy who's averaging more. Tell if anything pops up. I think it's the right call.
There's a 1st and 10. There's Mahomes. Got hit from behind. Completes it. Noah Gray.
You're giving him the 5 to 8 yards right away.
Right.
And we call it down for an offense, right?
27 yards out to beat the Eagles. This from 40. And Butker, dead center.
With touchdowns and try to get ourselves a lead.
Appreciate the time. Thanks.
They start out here without Kelsey on the field, and it's going to be a sack to open the third quarter by Marcus Davenport. McKinnon.
All the guys up here, Jim. You got to get this ball out.
Here comes Hunter. There's Mahomes. And Mahomes' pass is caught. Oh, what a catch by Watson. He leaped right over Bynum and took it away from him.
Crazy. Both guys on the edge bearing down on you. Mahomes throws a dime, and Watson goes right up and kind of takes it away, but no one makes that throw. It's unlikely that guys have played the next game or two.
2nd and 7. As Mahomes able to make a...
They want them to go win this game by 14-21, so you don't have to play them.
1st and 10, and they now first down right at the 20. And pass caught. Now
motion, you got man-to-man, you got pressure coming at you.
It's Rice for the touchdown. Rashee Rice at the goal line. And this impressive rookie has his 2nd touchdown of the season.
Right here, he goes up, uses that body, and that's not easy to do against Murphy, who's playing good. He's probably playing the best as far as the cornerback position for Minnesota, but...
Yeah. 3rd and 7.
This offensive line has done a great job on these so far today.
Looking for Jefferson. Broken up by McDuffie. But once again, up there in 3rd down conversion rate as they have been since Mahomes became the starter.
Yeah. And his legs a lot of the time.
Pass. Look at this catch. Oh, and it's ripped right out of his hand. As Travis shifts over to this side. It's coming to him. Got another catch.
The teams who don't do it never have a chance at the end of the game.
Setting up a screen. Pacheco. There's Pacheco running out of real estate. Blackman's there. Kind of looks like he snuck onto the field up at the top. He didn't. He was waiting for it. Mahomes is looking down the right side instead. Back to Travis. He's got him on the slant down to the 3-yard. Mahomes wide open. Kelsey comes off the X-ray table and finds the end zone.
Kelsey's going to go up and find the soft spot in the zone, right? And I want you to see Mahomes' eyes. This is incredible. Go ahead and run that right there, and I want you to watch the free safety at the top. Right there. He moves everyone with his eyes till the end. It's like, but you need your top, Chris Jones, him, Mahomes.
It's Osborne. And he's got for the last 25 minutes of game action. Going to lob it over the top. Hawkinson has this earlier in this quarter. Akers. Nice cut back. Just any kind of dance. Here's the 2nd and 10. Cousins ducks under a hit. Throws across the middle. And Osborne.
Come after him.
There's the throw. It's way behind everybody. Staying in the pocket. Looking for his man, and he finds him at the 9. So now it's 1st and goal. And it's the 14th play of this drive. Complete. Madison with the touchdown. Minnesota.
In the middle, you're going to get pressure there, and you're going to get pressure right there. That means you don't have help in the secondary, and if you throw a screen to the outside.
Tony. And he gets first down. Pacheco. Oh, there was.
Do you trust running the ball right here?
They do. Pacheco, and he is stopped cold. Watson and Williams. Here's 2nd and 15. Good little pattern. 3rd down, Tony. 3rd and 8.
He's in man right now.
Connection to Pop.
Right now, Kansas City's allowing you to kind of go without pressuring you. Probably around the 50, they'll start coming after him.
That last play went for 13. This one to Munt, who came in for Hockenson.
But they look in phase consistently, don't they, Jim?
They do. Stepping up, throwing, wide open. That's why he got rid of it. It's pressure. Got hit when he released. Addison.
And they are coming. They're coming. He's going to have someone make a play.
Boy, they are coming. Cousins just lofts it up in the air. And interference call is on the way against Snead.
There is no foul for pass interference.
Oh, wow.
Was it a change of possession or wasn't it? Because technically it wasn't at that time because they threw the flag. The question is, do you pressure or not? If not, you got Davenport on the bottom. He's got to come up big here.
Go out of the backfield. McKinnon. Smith closing in on him, and they stop him short.
Wow. He's got to get open here.
Pinching the edges. Cousins steers it to Hockenson, who falls within a yard of the first.
You can use your legs here as a quarterback and get the first.
Here they bring it. Cousins steps up, guns it, tipped away. What a...
They're going to try and stop the short stuff to me, Hockenson.
But it'll get the foot first, though. Pick it up. They've got it. They're in. Roger to Drew. 22 seconds. Cousins.
Oh, no. Yes, you cannot run that.
It's a legal pass, and he's still... Cousins rolling out. He's not going to get a chance. Dano ends it. Mike Dana swarms, sacks, and finalizes the game. A Chiefs victory, 27-20. And the Vikings fall to 1-4. All 4 losses.